You can always believe Jesus can use someone else, but somehow it's much more difficult to believe he'll use you. It's really strange how we are. When we started doing healing, because it's always been on our heart, none of the churches were praying for the healing, and weren't praying for the sick in their churches at all. They might have a healing service once a year, but it wasn't a normal thing. So if people were ill, there wasn't really anywhere for them to get prayed for and get well. Healing rooms were started originally by John G. Lake in Spokane in America, and in fact we went over there to do our training probably just over 20 years ago now. And then we came back and we opened up in Dorchester in the doctor's surgery, which was brilliant. So they had rooms that were vacant for perhaps one morning a week, and it was just an amazing time.
Please bless it. Thank you so much. Amen.
Amen. We had a lady called Janet, who was an elderly lady. She was in her early 70s, and she came in with curvature of the spine and osteoarthritis, and she was quite crippled, had to have a stick. It was really very interesting because you dig around a bit to see what the root of it, when it started, and we asked various questions, and it transpired that the cause of it, we felt, was the fact she hadn't forgiven herself. When she was a child, an accident happened in the home, and the mother had never said it wasn't her fault. She was chasing her sister, and her sister went into the cooker and spilt boiling water over her and got badly burnt. And the mother never said it wasn't your fault. Though she never blamed her, Janet took it on herself that it was her fault that her sister was scarred. And so she'd carried this from all those years. So when we were able to tell her that Jesus totally forgave her and she needed to forgive herself, it was a real breakthrough for her. Sometimes you get an instant healing and then that's a miracle, but often it takes time. Like when you cut your finger, it takes time for it to heal up. And with Janet, we were like onions. We had to peel off different things that had happened over the years that had caused her heart to be sad. And once we got her that she really knew that Jesus loved her, then you could see she was ready for healing. And it was really extraordinary because she came in one day, and in fact the team member brought her in, and unbeknown to us in our room, the lady that brought her in had said to her, "I believe this is the day of your healing today, Janet." And when she was in our room, we looked at each other in our team and we said, "Janet, we believe this is the day of your healing." Now, I've never said that before or since. I've never felt that in my heart to actually say that, because you never want to bring false expectations to someone. So it's not a normal thing for any of us to say. But the fact that it had been said twice, this lady, when we prayed for her, she immediately believed it, and she got up and she was sprung up and she was totally healed when we laid hands on her. And she not only did she run well, she didn't really run around the room, but she walked quickly around the room. She went straight on to reception and walked up and down, telling everyone else to say how Jesus had healed her. It was so wonderful. Jesus can do much more than we ever believe. Nothing's too hard for our God.